I'm stressed, I'm nervous, and honestly, I'm a little excited. Actually, I'm very excited because in less than 2 weeks, I'm going to do my first half Ironman. I'm not stressed and nervous because I'm worried about not finishing the race. I'm confident I will. I'm stressed and nervous because I'm going into the unknown. I've never done this before. But before I explain further, I really have to get this swimming. Okay, I'm confident I can finish because I put in a lot of work. I've hired a coach. I've been training consistently since January. I've already done a half marathon and 3 triathlons this year. And honestly, I've made a lot of progress. My stress and nerves stem from only one reason: the swim. You see, a half Ironman swim is 1.2 miles. And that's a pretty daunting prospect, especially in open water. I've swam that distance consecutively in training multiple times, so I do have a bit of confidence within me that I can get it done. 2:03 pace, 39:03 PR. But I still know for a fact that I'll experience feelings of uneasiness and fear in the midst of that swim because you see, I have a very, very complicated relationship with swimming. It all started back in 2019. I work for a nonprofit called Family Promise, and my boss had the idea that a bunch of staff members participate in a local triathlon to raise money for Family Promise. And considering the fact that I have an athletic background, I figured, hey, I can do a sprint distance triathlon because that's only a 500-meter swim, about a 10-mile bike, and a 5K run. I knew for a fact that I could bike and run, and the only question mark was whether or not I could swim, but in my head I was like, 500 meters isn't really that much. I was wrong. So I gave myself about 3 or 4 weeks to train for the swim, and I didn't make much progress. But even though I didn't make any progress, and I wasn't very confident that I could finish the swim, I still showed up to the start line. I started the race, and about 50 meters into the swim, I had to get pulled out of the water because I couldn't go any further. I was just that bad a swimmer. That experience kind of lit a fire under me. I knew I wanted to reattempt that same race, but I couldn't in 2020 because of COVID, so I waited until 2021 to sign up again. And after more than 3 weeks of swim training, I wound up finishing the swim and the entire race. And I wish I could bottle up that feeling that I felt when I touched land after finishing the swim. It was so euphoric. I was so proud of myself. And when I crossed the finish line back in 2021, I knew I wanted to do more triathlons. And that's where my passion for the sport was born. A passion that has seen me log 284 hours of training this year that adds up to nearly 2,500 miles. And to say thank you to Family Promise for introducing triathlon into my life, I'm using the build-up to my first ever half Ironman to raise money for the organization. An organization that I am genuinely proud and thankful to be a part of. And just so you know, Family Promise is a nonprofit that serves families who are experiencing homelessness or are at risk of experiencing homelessness. And as you already well know, they're also the reason why in just 6 days I'll be swimming 1.2 miles, biking 56 miles, and running 13.1 miles. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's the first YouTube video I've uploaded in over a year, so if you stuck around this long, I appreciate you. I'm going to do my best to document my week leading up to my first ever 70.3, so keep a lookout for that content, and I will see you soon. Peace.